Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your reading. Sit back, relax and enjoy. Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much, my darlings, for joining me on your week ahead reading. It is the 20th to the 26th of July 2020. I want to show the cards that we're using this week. For your general reading this week, we use the Tarot Grand Luxe by Ciro Marchetti. For your career reading this week, we use the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Palin. And for your love reading this week, we use the Dark Mansion Tarot. For your spiritual guidance this week, we use the Secret Language of Colour cards by Ina Segal. We also use the Law of Attraction Little Reminders cards. And finally, we also use the spiritual guidance this week, the Crazy Sexy Love Notes by Chris Carr. Okay, sit back, relax, guys, and please enjoy the video. Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your reading. We're doing your week ahead, which is the 20th to the 26th of July, 2020. Yeah, so let's make a start. Okay, Scorpio, we've got the cards down. I forgot to mention that if you've seen the beginning of the video, sort of the cards that I'm using for the week, I'm using a new deck as well for your your spiritual guidance for the week. I just had these come about half an hour ago, and they are the Chinese fortune reading cards by Sharina Starr, and I just tried them on myself and I really love them, so I thought I would add them as an additional spiritual advice for the week. So let's have a look then. What's the general message for you guys this week? The Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands could be something centered around the home or convening or gathering together, because the Four of Wands is all about gathering and convening and coming together, and it can be the card of the event, and it can be a card of marriage and happiness and that type of thing. Oh, lovely. The mess. Look at that. So there's a message about a celebration here. When you get the Four of Wands and the Three of Cups, that could be kind of like an engagement party, or it could be like a christening, or it's just a family get together, for example. So the message is about, I think, coming together with family perhaps for the week that we've got here. The Four of Wands, or friends. Your friends can be your family as well. But I think there's a very strong message on coming together and celebrating, and just, I mean, it depends on what you're celebrating. It's not our birthday month, is it, Scorps? But, you know, it is a time, it's going to be warm in the UK this week. I don't know about around the rest of the world, but it's going to be very warm. So I just feel the message is all about coming together and celebrating and being happy with others and spending time with family, with those cards showing there. We've got a King of Coins here. I mean, the message could be concerning this individual here. Okay. We don't always read court cards as people. Of course we don't. It wouldn't make any sense, because some people don't know a King of Coins. It may be the message this week is that you're coming together with. I don't usually do this area to get, as a predictive reading, but sometimes it feels like it is. It may be that some of you guys are coming together with family and friends to celebrate an accomplishment here with the King of Coins, because the King of Coins as an energy would represent that if you work hard, you accomplish goals. That's what a lot of these cards often focus in on, that hard work brings, brings prosperity and brings achievement. So it may be that we've got this week, the message is coming together, celebrating with others, an accomplishment, or maybe there's with the Four of Wands and the Three of Cups, coming together, celebrating. Maybe there's a gathering here with a King of Coins. Perhaps this is somebody that's around you, somebody you're involved with. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn could be, or doesn't have to be. Three of Wands. Okay, so whenever I see the Three of Wands, to me this looks like distancing yourself from something, and I can see the Three of Wands is distancing itself from the King of Coins. Let's have a look. Seven of Cups energy. Okay, I think the message for you guys, it's an important time to there's a couple of things here I'm thinking, or maybe three things. the first thing I would say is the message is it's an important time to come together and to gather with family and friends and just to have good times if you can, Scorpio. That's a really important thing that I think the universe wants you to focus on doing in this week, okay? So whether that's friends or family, it's time to really focus on those things, all right? For some of you guys, it may be that there's a need to distance yourself from an individual here. Something, and maybe this situation involves something that is just an illusion, because the Seven of Cups is an illusion, okay? It's not real, it's not true, and this is more true here. So it almost feels like it's saying that this week, the message is distance yourself. It could be from a person, or it could be distance yourself from... It depends on what the Seven of Cups is, because the Seven of Cups is something that's an illusion. And you can see the back is turned to the Seven of Cups. So it might also be saying it's time this week to turn your back on illusions here. Turn your back on illusions. Maybe the illusion involves that King of Coins, because the King of Coins, you're distancing yourself from the King. You can see how far away you are from this King, and how with the Seven of Cups. I mean, you could say that the Seven of Cups is the Three of Wands is your ships are coming in. But the Seven of Cups still remains on its own. It's still up in the air. It's still a dream. It's still an illusion. It's not real. You know, it's not like we've got a dream. We've got the Seven of Cups and the world. Like the dream is being accomplished or the dreams are being realised. You know, just got this on its own. And the Three of Wands really isn't, for me, a grounded enough card. This might be reaching out to this person here. Well, it depends on how you want to read that Three of Wands. Let's clarify it and see what it means. Because Three of Wands can be distancing or it can be reaching out. It can mean two things. For some of you guys, it's a time to celebrate and to spend time with family, and to probably reach out to an individual here. Maybe you need to reach out to a friend or a family member here. Maybe this person's confused. What do you mean by the Three of Wands? I'm going to say maybe it's time to reach out to somebody. That's how it feels. What do you mean by that Three of Wands? Do you mean to reach out or to distance yourself in two cards? What do you mean that Scorpio should do with that Three of Wands in two cards? Yeah, I think it's reaching out. You've got Judgment energy, right? The Ten of Swords in the reverse. I feel it's time to get back in contact with someone. And if you've had a problem with this King here, the Ten of Swords, for me, this is all about kind of healing the situation, because Ten of Swords reversed is all about healing a very tenuous situation. So if there's been some deep hurt, it's about healing the wounds. So for me, it looks like it's time to convene with family members, people that you haven't seen in a long while, and it's, you know, this might be just spend time with your family or your friends, but also I think what's really important in that as well, Scorpio, is that the message is it's time to reach out to this King, whoever this King is for you, whether they're an earth sign, male or female, or whether they're, you know, a business colleague or whatever it is. It's time to reach out to this person here, and it's time to, with the Judgment energy, start contacting them. So Judgment is communication, it's contact. Okay, and with the Ten of Swords reverse, it's time to heal some wounds, I think, with this person. The Seven of Cups, I think that it's really just saying is that it's time to focus on reaching out and turn your back on the Seven of Cups, because the back is turned to the Seven of Cups. So it's time to turn your back on... there's something that right. It's almost like it's turning your back on an illusion here. It's almost like you've been under some form of an illusion concerning this person here, and it's time to reach out to them. And with the Judgment energy, and also Judgment is about bringing things up again. So when you get the Judgment energy, we're bringing things to the surface. You know, we're talking about things, we're bringing things out. You know, so I think it's time to bring things up. You know, Judgment is where we've buried the past. We're burying things, but you can see the dead bodies. It's like, you know, dig up those bodies, dig up the skeletons. If you want to riff off it, we're talking about the skeletons in the cupboard. So it's time to kind of get some skeletons in the cupboard out and heal some wounds. And even if this isn't someone that you're falling out with, then it's good to reach out to this person this weekend, because it may be that there are things that need to be talked about with the Judgment energy. There are skeletons that need to come out of the closet, Scorpio, and we need to heal some wounds showing here, okay? So the Seven of Cups, I'm going to clarify and ask, what do you mean by that Seven of Cups? The back is turned to the Seven of Cups. What do you mean by that Seven of Cups in two cards? Okay, so we've got the Three of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. So this is a friendship. With the Wheel of Fortune, it feels to me like it's a friendship that is on again, off again. It's a friendship that's gone through ups and downs. So that's how it feels to me, at least, because the friendship is the Three of Cups, and then you've got that wheel that seems to go, there's a, you know, it could be a friendship that is, it may be that this friendship, and what I'm getting here as well, I think with the Seven of Cups, it's not illusion, it's more things have been up in the air, probably concerning this friendship with this person. You've not spoken to them that much, which is why your friendship with this person, the Three of Cups, tends to go through these different phases with the wheel. You know, 1 minute you're talking, the next minute you're not. It feels like there's because the Wheel of Fortune is inconsistency. I feel that there's been a great deal of inconsistency in this friendship, Scorpio, and I think that you need to start reaching out to this person here. So perhaps this is meeting up with this person if you can, or just kind of like getting together with them, whether it's on Zoom or Skype or whatever. It just feels like this is a week for some of you guys. If this isn't somebody for you, then really it's just a week for kind of spending time with family if you can. But I do feel that in the mix of that, there is somebody here, this king, could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that you should be really, really reaching out to, Scorpio, this week. You need to bring things up. There are things that this person may be burying that you need to bring up. There are wounds that need to be healed with the Ten of Swords in the reverse. It feels to me like you've got to stop kind of this in again, out again situation, because the back is turned to the Seven of Cups, which is things are up in the air, and the friendship with the Three of Cups has been kind of going through phases, different phases. And so I think that there is a need in the general reading. What the tarot is telling you is that there is a need to get a friendship back on track. I think that's the message here this week for Scorpio. Let's have a look at the career message. Right, Ten of Wands. There's a lot of pressure at work for some of you guys, a lot of responsibilities here with this working thing. Right, the Five of Wands. I'm getting a lot of pressure at work and feeling, some of you guys, I'm sorry to say, feeling a little bit anxious and nervous and worried about that with the Five of Wands energy showing here. Some of you guys may be anxious about a new project, for example, coming in with the Page of Cups, because I've got anxiety here with the Five, but then we do have a Five, which is change. So it may be that the Ten of Wands is, when you get a Ten of Wands in a work reading, somebody's got deadlines to hit, they've got a lot of responsibilities, and it may be that this is going to change, Five of Wands energy, and we've got this new path coming in off the page. Or it could be for some of you guys, you've got a lot of pressures coming in, there's a lot of worries perhaps about a new project with that Page of Cups energy showing there. The Four of Coins represents stability within work with the Four of Coins, financial stability or just stability within a job. You've got a King of Wands here, which is interesting. King of Wands would usually be at the top of his game. He'd be at the top of his his profession showing here. I get the impression that you need to, because the work of the Four of Coins is stable. So this is a secure job. A secure job. It may also be that some of you guys are a little bit worried about a new path, something new opening up with the Page of Cups energy showing here. Maybe with the Four of Coins there's something about being set in your ways with that Four of Coins energy. But I think that you're resistant to action here. Or because the Four of Coins represents resistance. And I think that you may be resistant to taking action here. Because I do feel that some of you guys are under pressure in the workplace. But there's anxiety at the same time about taking, I don't think this is anxiety, for some of you guys it might be anxiety about a new project, but I think more just in the tapestry and the narrative of the reading. There's worries here. There's a lot of pressure that you're under. And some of you guys on top of that are really worried with that Five of Wands about doing something new, you know, just because you've got worries here, but you're still, it's almost like you're really kind of, you know, got a lot of pressure on at work. But at the same time, you're anxious to kind of step out of that and do something new. And you're resistant to the King of Wands. It feels like you're resistant to taking any action about it. Because the Four of Coins can be a card about resistance to change. And the King of Wands is a card about action. So in this reading, I'm not reading him as somebody who's in a really experienced position. I'm reading this as you. The King of Wands is you. And this is taking dynamic action. Because if you feel under pressure at work, and you're, with the Five of Wands, you might be really worried about that Page of Cups taking a new path. Regardless of this, it may be that you're quite resistant to taking action. So trying to take action in terms of maybe moving out of this, for example, because the Page would be the new job, it would be the new beginning, it would be the new path. It wouldn't necessarily coincide with that Ten of Wands being under pressure. And you can see on your desk, you've got pens everywhere, you've got phone, you've got coffee, you've got everything on the table here, you know, you're like, oh my god, I'm under so much pressure, even though she is actually screaming at a disgusting insect around her light. Really, it's trying to indicate that she's under a great deal of pressure at work, and there are worries and anxieties here. However, there are still worries and anxieties about doing something new, because some of you guys are resistant to taking action in regard of this. In regard of this, kind of like doing something. It depends on what that page is, because the Page of Cups would usually be a new path, doing something new. That's what she would usually be. It's not like Temperance is here. You're resistant to taking action in terms of trying to resolve the situation. The Page of Cups is not for me necessarily a resolving card. It's a card about just stepping out and saying, right, I'm going to do something new. I'm going to follow my heart and I'm going to do something new. So I think that there is a resistance Four of Coins to taking action with that King of Wands on doing something new, despite you guys feeling under pressure and a great deal of worries. So yeah, in work, under pressure I'm seeing for some of you guys and feeling quite anxious, but yet you are still resistant with that Four of Coins to taking action in doing something new. I'm going to ask the universe what it is that you should do then. What should Scorpio do with this situation? What should they do in 2 cards? I think you need to make a decision here. You need to weigh up the pros and cons with that Justice energy. You need to make a decision, I think, to follow your heart or to follow your intuition. Do whatever you feel is right, because the Justice card can either be weighing up the pros and cons, but because it's aspected by the Knight of Cups, it's not like weighing up the pros and cons with it. It's not like we had a 2 of Wands, weigh up the pros and cons in terms of what direction you take. You know? It's a definitive card. This is following your intuition, following your passions, following your heart. So you need to make a decision to follow your heart. What does your heart tell you that you should do? So it's a definitive answer, Scorpio. There you are, under pressure for 10 of Wands at work. You're feeling really anxious with the 5 of Wands, and yet you still resist with the 4 of Coins to take definitive action in terms of doing something new. Page of Cups, following a new path perhaps, because some of you guys are sick of the job that you're in probably. Well, if you're feeling like this, all the universe is simply telling you to do, Scorpio, is, well, just make a decision to follow your heart. That's all you need to do. You need to just turn around and make a definitive decision and say, okay, I don't like where I am, I don't know what I'm doing, I feel under pressure, and, you know, but I'm resistant to following a new path, probably because of the money or something like that. And it could be the money. 4 of Coins energy makes you resistant to taking action on a new path, because the 4 of Coins is financial stability. So with the 4 of Coins in a work reading, that would actually indicate that somebody was staying in their job simply because of the money, simply because it offers them the type of life and security they want. But I think that the universe is not telling you to leave your job tomorrow, but it's at least saying, well, just decide. Just make a decision to follow your heart. What does your intuition tell you to do? Does it tell you to stay where you are, carry on being miserable, or does it tell you to start taking those steps towards freedom and doing something that you're actually going to be happy in? Finally, let's have a look at love. Wow, we've got another 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands here, 4 of Wands here. We've been getting a lot of repeat cards actually in these readings. So the 4 of Wands is all about a happy and joyful relationship. It could be a marriage card showing there. Oh, wow, look at that. I'm seeing happiness in a new relationship here for some of you guys. 4 of Wands and that Ace. Even if you've been with somebody for a long time, it feels like it's the first time. Happiness in a new relationship. Wow, you've got the Lovers as well. I don't like this version of the Lovers. That's the only card I don't like in the Dark Mansion Tarot, because it just looks like a choice. And I know he hasn't got a choice really. He's looking directly at her, and it just feels like this is like jealousy or something. But the Ace of Cups and love, this is like true love. There's a great deal of happiness here. True love, Ace of Cups and the Lover's energy showing here. Commitment with the Hierophant. Oh, no, this is beautiful. Oh, my God, Scorpio. Honestly, it's been a long time since I've seen these types of love cards in a general reading on YouTube. I'm always getting, for every one of the signs, or for a lot of them, shitty cards. Or there's a problem that needs to be resolved. There is no problem here. It is beautiful. Ignore how the card looks. We just read the Lovers as it is. I'm seeing happiness and true love. Okay. In a marriage perhaps, or a committed relationship here. in which love is expressed and given. There may be gifts that you're receiving here. Your partner is treating you like gold with the Knight of Cups energy. They may be taking you out for dinner. I know you got to wear masks and stuff to go out, but they may be treating you to dinner or telling you how much they love you, or, you know, organising for maybe a weekend away somewhere or something like that. You have a beautiful week for love. If you're in a relationship, Scorpio, for some of you guys, you're going to have a really lovely week with your partner. It's just going to be so romantic and beautiful. Ignore the imagery on this particular card. I ignore that when I see these. This is very good. Lovers and the Hierophant is a marriage. Okay, this is a commitment and a marriage. If you're not married, it's a strong commitment between two lovers showing here. And there's true love with the Ace of Cups and the Lover's energy showing here. And there's happiness in love. And plus we've got the Four of Wands, the Lovers and the Hierophant. So this, if it's not marriage, then it's truly a committed relationship. One in which you open up your hearts. You're talking about your feelings. You're sharing your feelings. You're giving to one another. There's just a lot of loving energy here in all. Wow, that is an amazing bunch of cards sitting right there. Absolutely beautiful, just beautiful. A really good week for love for Scorpios. You know, presents, being treated like royalty, just being treated so lovely. It's just beautiful. Let's then go back very quickly to the beginning of the reading, and we're going to quickly recap before we finish off with the spiritual advice cards. Firstly, Scorpio, generally the message is make sure that you're connecting in with people and you're spending time in gatherings, whether it's online or whether it's in person, making sure that you're just spending time with people. Four of Wands and the Three of Cups is celebrating. These are gatherings and there's lots of celebration and happiness here. Reach out to a person here, this King of Coins. It may be that there are things that this person with the Judgment energy may want to get off their chest, for example. It may be that they want to heal a few wounds, or it may be that you need to contact them with the Judgment energy just to kind of clear the air and to heal a few wounds as well. It may be that the relationship has been very kind of off again, on again, off again with that Three of Coins and the Wheel of Fortune, and it just feels like there is a need for a bit more consistency in this friendship. Work-wise, I am seeing pressure and anxiety here in work with that Ten of Wands and the Four of Cups. But some of you guys are resistant to taking action here in a new path, for example, with the Page of Cups energy. I think that the universe is saying if you're scared about kind of, especially if you're not being happy in your job for a while, Scorpio, and you're afraid of leaving the job because you're like, oh man, money, this, that and the other. The universe is simply asking you that what you need to do is make a decision to follow your heart. It's about following your heart, not your head. When you follow your head, you follow the fear. Follow your heart and that'll take you to where you need to go. Finally, in love, just love all around. Look at that Four of Wands, happiness. It feels like the first time in this relationship. Happiness, true love in this loving, committed relationship. You know, the Knight of Cups is a card about seduction and sensuality and expression of feelings and, you know, being taken out for meals and being treated like a queen or a king. It's a really nice week. If you're with a partner, Scorpio, for some of you guys, it could be a new relationship as well coming in. That feels absolutely amazing. But for some of you who are in relationships, this should be a really good week for your partners, for you and your partners. It just feels phenomenal. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of love being shared here. Let's get the spiritual advice card. So through the crazy sexy love notes, what is it that Scorpio needs to focus on? So the spiritual advice is decide. And we were saying that here, that a decision needs to be made in the work area, I think, for some of you guys. So decide. And it says here, it's time to make a decision. Being on the fence drains your energy. No matter what you choose, it will be the exact right thing for you to do. And that's what I was saying. Just make a decision to follow your heart, because your heart will not lead you astray. Okay, if you really have been struggling with work and you've been feeling really anxious, but you're scared with the Four of Coins energy, it's about your financial security and you're scared to take action towards a new path. The universe is saying no matter what you choose, it will be the right thing for you, for your spiritual path. Channel your energy, be decisive, learn, grow and decide. The colour that you need to focus on this week, Scorpio, is mauve. Okay, so enjoy clear hearing, which is interesting. Enjoy clear hearing. Let's have a quick look at what that is. So this week you need to focus on the colour mauve or mauve. I don't know how to pronounce that. So I've got the wrong booklet there. It's number 43. Let's have a look. 43. Let's have a look. So, right, mauve is a pale lavender-like lilac colour connects to intuition, awakening your inspiration, expanding your spiritual awareness, and helping you to let go of heavy, dense energies. Mauve also creates a sense of peace and tranquility to assist with eye and ear problems and improve your memory and ability to concentrate. It is a colour of softness, gentleness, and allowance. Use mauve rays to release stuckness from your ears. So focus your attention, Scorpio, on your ears. Do they feel clear or blocked? Ask yourself, is anything that I don't want to hear? Your ears are intelligent and may try to block you out information you're avoiding. The next time you are around someone who is saying something like hurtful or upsetting to you, imagine mauve rays moving through your left ear to push anything dense or unclear out through your right ear and into a fire that dissipates the negativity. Do the same thing with your right ear, then surround yourself with loving and encouraging people. Say, Divine Intelligence, please allow me to listen and apply my divine wisdom. What do you need to focus on attracting in this week, Scorpio? Attitude is what you need to focus on attracting in. Okay, so say these words, darlings. It says, attitude. I attract success and positive people into my life with my positive attitude. So it's imperative. There's no point in thinking negatively and thinking that you're going to attract in positive situations. The only way that you're attracting positive situations or positive people into your life is coming with a positive attitude. And finally, those cards, that I haven't used this on any of the other signs, only on the water signs because you were the last ones I was recording today. Travel, right, so this is what we're focusing on. So I wanted to know through these cards, what is it that Scorpio, what's the message Scorpio has for the week concerning general career, finances, and also love. So let's have a look at the book. We'll get the book out here and let's have a look. It's number 5 is travel. Ooh, ended on the right one. So generally, the energy around you is this symbol sees those bags packed and you're off to a new and wonderful destination near or far. Your restless energy craves escape and this symbol offers you the chance to get away from the rat race. I mean, you could be doing something like that here. It may be also with the 3 of Wands and the 7 of Cups, you're going to somewhere far off as well with these cards, like a dream, you know, a dream location or something like that. Your restless energy craves escape and this symbol offers you the chance to get away from the rat race on exciting new adventures. This energy may also manifest through new friendships from people outside your usual social circle, particularly those from a different region or culture. Some of these friendships will last a lifetime and all will bring new ideas and exciting new perspectives into your life. For career and finances, which we were doing here, so this was the general one. So here, career and finances. If your question is about career or money situations, this symbol represents the opportunities for added income will happen, Scorpio, while traveling locally or overseas. Even if you think you're just taking a holiday, overseas investments are also well favored by the selection of this card. So think about expanding your portfolio or investment if you don't have anything exotic. If you have already invested overseas, good gains are indicated. This card can also represent a career change that involves a lot of extended travel or working in the travel industry. And finally, for your relationships, someone you meet while traveling locally or overseas will incite feelings that you have not felt for a long time. And that's what it can be with the Knight of Cups as well. That can be a travel card, traveling overseas. Your time will be spent pondering on conversations, meetings, texts, emails and phone calls, and you may engage in a long distance relationship of some sort. For families, now is a great time to take a family vacation, and we could look here, probably back to the general. There's a need to focus on getting together with family gatherings, that type of thing. Yeah, for families, now is a time to take a family vacation as they will be more fun than you ever hoped for and result in meeting some great like-minded families. Overall, whatever your focus, lots of new adventures await. Okay, that's fantastic. What an amazing reading, Scorpio. I know it's longer than usual, but I like to try and pack my readings with lots of different things. I hope it was a full-rounded week ahead for you. I really enjoyed doing your reading a great deal. Amazing. Always enjoyed doing Scorpio. Guys, that's the end of the reading. If you would like to order a personal reading with me, you can click on the link in the comments section or in the end screen. And have a great week, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, Scorps. Bye-bye.